Can you hear me now, and can you see the screen? We get started. Just want to outline the course for you. Hello? Confirm you can hear me and you can see the screen. Then just simply turn on your mic and just confirm with me.
Yes, I can hear you loud and clear, sir.
Yes, thank you. Thank you very much. Oh, colleagues, I had already spent time to just talk a little bit about my educational background and also experience that I have in training and students. That's that. Entrepreneurship, what is it that we are going to look at? To start with, in the very first unit, we're going to look at the nature of entrepreneurship. Basically, we'll give you the historic background or the origin of entrepreneurship, the key terms and terminologies that are used in entrepreneurship. We'll talk about the types of entrepreneurs, the role of entrepreneurs in economic development. We will not end there. We'll even have time to look at creativity, innovation, and entrepreneurship, especially how they are integrated together and how we make use of them. Basically, that's what we are talking about in the first unit. That will be in the first chapter. Okay. Once we have understood what entrepreneurship is all about in a nutshell, then in the second chapter, I am going to talk about business planning. So we are going to start looking at business planning. Okay, business planning. How do you now, as an entrepreneur, you have known who an entrepreneur is, what entrepreneurship is all about. You have known how to integrate innovation, creativity, and especially how they are so fundamental when it comes to entrepreneurship. So basically that's that. Then now you need, or you'll be due to the understanding of business planning. You need to learn how to plan the businesses. Okay, so we'll teach you how to plan. Mainly, we are going to show you the major thing that will teach you how to do is we'll have time to explore the methods of generating business ideas, how you develop a business plan. I think that's a major thing that I want you to go with when you go home after this course. You should be able to develop a business plan. I think you have heard many people have been, asking others, can you develop for us a business plan, right? You don't know how to develop a business plan. You don't know how to develop a business proposal, right? So a business plan and a business proposal shall be taught to you. You will know how to come up with those. And ultimately, if you want to come up with your own businesses, you should be fine with that understanding. Of course, you should be. So basically, that's to learn in the second unit. I'll emphasize that you have this understanding because it's widely used everywhere you go. There is no business without planning. Planning is very fundamental. It is key, and you need it. Okay, so business proposal writing, business planning, these are the key things that I would want you to take from this particular unit. Okay. Someone has lost their screen. Is it still the same with everyone? Has everybody lost their screen?
Mine is still showing. It's okay here.
Yeah, so if you lose the screen, you could simply log out and log in again. So basically, that's that. Then when we are done planning, okay, when we are done planning the businesses, we're going to learn how to form these businesses. You have planned. Now, how do you assemble and formulate this particular business in what is known as business formation? You get the point, right? So we are going to teach you how to form these business systems, especially how they are formed, the different forms of the businesses, and how you go through the registration process. By the way, I'll be very much practical in the way how I'll be delivering this Some of the things that I'll be talking about may not even be there in the notes, but I just want to make sure that we make the course as practical as possible, coming from both the teaching and researching side, and also from the practical side of entrepreneurship. So we have all that understanding. So that's that. In the third chapter, basically we'll learn how you do formulate the business, how do you register businesses, what's the procedure, what do you do, how do you start, how do you structure the business. Basically, that's that. Then, in the fourth chapter, or service development, how do you develop now these products and the services themselves? You know, you cannot do business without marketing, isn't it? Obviously, you are very much aware. So we are going to introduce you to the principles of marketing. Yeah, you need the principles of marketing. There is no entrepreneurship without marketing. Okay, so we're going to talk about marketing when you reach at that point, defining marketing, bring to you the philosophies of marketing, the marketing philosophies, and even the marketing information systems. We'll talk about those things like, marketing mixing strategies, among others. Those are some of the few things that we'll talk about. So basically, we just want to, at that point, we'll just introduce you to marketing, or the principles of marketing, basically. That's what you're going to be doing. In the sixth chapter, we'll look at business finance or financial management. As you may be aware, there is no business that runs without, finance. You need finance. So we'll give you the principles and some of the key, concepts that underpin the finance part of the business. So you need that one. So talk about the sources of finance. Where do businesses get finance? If you want to finance the business, really, if the business runs out of capital, where do they get the capital, right? Such questions will be answered in this course. And we'll look at some of the things. Someone can't hear anything. Is it true that you can't hear anything, everybody, or is just their end?
Okay, I can hear you, sir.
Yeah, I get, yeah. So people can hear me, obviously. The problem should be from your end. Thank you very much. So basically, that's about business finance, or business, what's this, financial management. So we'll bring in financial management in entrepreneurship. How do we use financial management? Yeah. Then now, you know that once you have found this finance of yours, you have managed to market, what do you need next? And you have the finance, then you need to learn how to manage the growth and the transitioning of the business, right? The business grows, it does transition from one stage to another. So it's very important that you are trained on how you handle the stages, right? The transitioning, from this stage to the other stage. So in the seventh chapter, we'll look at managing growth and transitioning. Basically, that's what we are going to talk about. And once we have done all that, then would have done the requirement of the course. Okay? By that time, we would have done the requirements of the course. Just a quick recap of what I have said. I have said, number one, the general overview is you need to learn what entrepreneurship is all about, okay? We'll talk about it mainly both from the theoretical point of view and also the practical part of it. You need to talk about it from the theoretical point of view, from the empirical point of view as well. And then once you've done what entrepreneurship is all about, then we are going to come to, business planning, okay? That's what I've said. We're going to learn how you plan the businesses, how you do those things. You know that investors, for them to invest money in you or for you to solve those proposals, how do you write a pitching note? How do you pitch, right? All those, how do you handle the pitch deck? All those things we shall be taught to you in the second chapter. And from there, we'll transition to business formation. You're formed the business now. What do you need next, right? You need to know how to manage the product and the services you're dealing with. Then from the management of the product and services, we'll talk about marketing. That's what I've said. Once you've learned how to market those products, later on, we're going to show you the finance part of it. How do you finance these projects? Yeah. And finally, how do you handle growth? Because the business will be growing, the business will be transitioning, but how do you handle that? So basically, this is what you're going to be learning in entrepreneurship, which is a very, very interesting course, yeah, of study. Any questions?